Our efforts are essential to the strength of our economies, the prosperity of our peoples, and the future of the global economy.
The United States finance chief taking center stage today at the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit in San Francisco. Janet Yellen urging finance ministers to forge a path to resilience and sustainability. And we have live team coverage with the APEC summit now underway. Our Henry Lee has been in the city checking in the businesses in and around the security perimeter. But we begin with our political reporter, Greg Lee, who has the latest on today's developments.
Welcome to the 30th Annual Finance Ministers Meeting.
U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen welcomed representatives from APEC's member economies to the Moscone Center, the large gathering coming after her bilateral meetings with counterparts from Australia, Indonesia, Mexico, and China.
The actions we take matter, not only for our own economies and people, but also for addressing the global challenges the world faces.
The APEC region is expected to grow in around 3.3% for the whole year. But there are some downside risks.
Ahead of the finance ministers meeting, APEC released a report showing regional trends and the challenges ahead. Among them, stubborn inflation, climate change, geopolitical tensions, and the ongoing recovery from the pandemic.
We have global problems, therefore we need global solutions. And that's the key, the multilateral coordination.
One of the major issues on the agenda, demographic shifts across the region, with the population getting older and birth rates falling.
Over the long term, we have an aging population, which means that we need to have a higher expenditure on healthcare, pensions, social security costs. Also, there's a shrinking workforce.
Much of the focus remains on the meeting of two global superpowers when President Biden meets with Chinese President Xi Jinping on Wednesday. APEC leaders say a stable economic relationship between the two countries is a win-win for the region.
The latest numbers have been about $758 billion of trading goods and services, right? And this is the highest level of trading history between U.S. and China.
APEC leaders say they try to put geopolitical issues aside while navigating economic partnerships, but the wars in Israel and Ukraine making that increasingly difficult. Secretary Yellen outlined the finance minister's goals in hopes of finding consensus.
We need to further improve our long-term economic outlook by boosting labor supply, innovation, and infrastructure investment in ways that are also sustainable and reduce inequality.
Certainly all eyes on that meeting between President Biden and President Xi on Wednesday, but also this afternoon, the White House announced that on Friday, President Biden will meet with Mexico's President Obrador in another key meeting for the United States. Julie?
And Greg, just getting in and out of the city, you're inside Moscone Center. How was it getting around? I know a lot of people are asking questions and concerned about the security and the traffic in and around city streets.
Yeah, Julie, I can tell you from our perspective, we got here pretty early this morning to get into sort of this 6-block exclusion square that is all fenced off with security. We understand tomorrow things will get increasingly more difficult as they shut down a lane on each direction of the Bay Bridge, in addition to more security as we start to see those leaders start to arrive in the city. Today, pretty seamless, but again, we're going to see activity start to pick up not only around the city, but here in the International Press Center where we're located.
All right, and we are staying on top of it all week long as the International Spotlight is on San Francisco this week. Greg, thank you.
A group of